Hey guys, this is Cole with Omega Customs coming to you with my custom Arrow Season 4 showcase video. I haven't done any other previous Arrow showcases before, but I wanted to bring you this one because it was just one that I had made and really wanted to show it to you guys. So yeah. Before we go on, I just wanted to thank you all because we just reached 300 subscribers recently. I think it was like last week or something. And about a month ago, I had just put up a video celebrating 200 subscribers. So I'm just really thankful. We've gotten to 300 we gained 100 in about a month. And I just want to thank everybody for making that possible. But without further ado, let's get right into this custom minifigure. I had thought of making other ones like Diggle or Black Canary or maybe even Speedy, but it just didn't happen. I also thought about maybe making Slade Wilson in his Deathstroke outfit, but you know, that was season 2, right? I think that was season 2. I'm not really sure. I don't watch Arrow very much. I think I've seen like actually only a few minutes of it, but I liked what I saw, and so I wanted to make a custom of his newest outfit, and I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll watch the newer season, see what that's like, or I mean, obviously I would start from the beginning, but let's not talk about that stuff. Let's get into this awesome minifigure, which is one of my best customs to date. I mean, wow, I was so happy with how this turned out, and I am working on my Flash Season 2 minifigures. It's not completely finished, but here's a brief look at him. He's another, they probably both tie for my best minifigures yet, so I'm really excited to show you guys this video. You can see he's got a custom made bow. I don't, as of now, get any parts from third party sellers for Lego. So I wasn't able to get any specialty bow or anything, but I did take Hawkeye's bow from the Lego group, and I was able to cut out and sand off the arrow and the string. And then what I did was I just glued on my own string. Let's get that out of the way and I can kind of show you that. I glued on my own string of thread right there, and it really turned out like a great bow for Arrow. And so I'll put it off to the side. I'll just give you guys a full 360 view of him, and I really apologize for the scraped off paint on the back here. I was just like, I'm just gonna do the video anyways, because for some reason the Lego group's quiver doesn't keep paint on very well. Usually paint stays on Lego pretty easily, but the quiver, I've had so much trouble. I was like, the heck with it, I'm not gonna finish that and it'll just have to deal. But that's a full 360 view. You'll see I didn't do much on the legs. He really, you know, they're self-explanatory. I just did those little knee pads with the buttons and laces. I couldn't get a great view of his legs from the series pictures or anything, so I just decided I'm just gonna do that for his legs and call it good. You know, I don't own dark green Lego legs, so I wasn't able to use those for him, so I was like, I'm going with black. And please do not harp on these arm braces or whatever on his arms, because I had a reference picture, and in that picture these were, I swear they were a brown color, dark brown or brown, and then I saw a bit of an episode from season 4 and I saw that they are dark green as well, and then I was like, okay, whatever, I'm not gonna fix it because the green paint I used for this is actually specially mixed, because I did buy a green paint that I thought would be perfect for the Lego green paint, but then it turned out to be too light, so I had to mix it and make it darker, and I'm like, I'm not gonna bother trying to mix to get the perfect shade again to get these things fixed. It's not that big a deal. And so I just left them. So please don't like be hating on those for being brown. I actually think the brown adds a lot to it. Since I didn't give him dark green legs, I actually think that the brown kind of makes that okay, you know. And then his torso, take off the hood real quick so you can see that. His torso is also pretty self-explanatory. A lot of little details, like with all of the little buttons and dots and stuff on there. Wow, that was actually really hard to get done. There's also some buttons on his shoulders and things like that. I did not do anything 3D because I am terrible at sculpting, so I was not able to get, I wanted to make these little things on his shoulders 3D like Michael MGF did, but I could not get to that because I'm terrible at sculpting, so it didn't happen. Let's just go right to the head, I guess. His face is the face from Dastan from Prince of Persia Lego. I used that face because it was on my Ant-Man custom, and I had like done a little bit of light erasing on the printing of his beard, and that kind of made it really lighter, and his beard was a lot lighter, and you know, it looked a lot better, and I saw that and I was like, that's a great Oliver Queen face, so I was like, I'm gonna do that. And then I just painted on the mask and it turned out pretty great. Now you'll notice with the hood, I did not sculpt a custom hood like Michael MGF did, because I was like, it doesn't need that. The hood really is just a leather, green leather version of the original, so I just painted a normal hood and I thought it looked pretty good. With all the detail, I did do that little arrowhead thing on the one side, and I felt that looked like a pretty good arrow custom to me. Coming around to the back, like I said, don't get upset at the little red showing through. I don't think it's that bad, and so I hope you guys agree with that. I did a little detailing with some silver here because I wanted the quiver to have a little bit more to it. Other than that, there wasn't anything on the back. So yeah. And if I didn't make it clear in the very beginning, everything on this minifigure is hand painted by me, 100% my custom, except for a little bit on the face that I did not paint on his beard or mouth or eyes. Those were all already there, and I just painted around them with the mask. I also noticed after I used this face, I'll go back to the face, that he is smiling. And I'm like, that's not really an Oliver Queen thing. I actually had, for my Ant-Man, I had painted on a smile, and this was, usually I can just scrape off paint, and I would have done that in a heartbeat, but I had tried something new and thought that I could make my customs more, you know, weatherproof if I was able to lightly coat over them with like a super glue. So that's what I did for this face. I painted over it with a super glue because I had also custom made some eyebrows and the mouthpieces, and I didn't want those to like scrape off. And while the super glue worked, it forced me to now not be able to scrape off those mouthpieces. So I just learned to deal with the smile, even though it's really not that accurate. Put his bow back on. And so yeah, that's really all there is for my arrow custom. The green arrow. in future I will have more customs. Hopefully, if his suit ever changes or anything, I will probably make more custom Arrow minifigures, and I'm really excited for that in the future. Again, watch around for in the next week or 2 weeks for my Flash custom, which is coming out soon, I hope. I'm kind of busy with school right now, but keep an eye out for that. Comment if you like this minifigure or have another one that you want me to make, and comment, like, and subscribe down below to watch more custom minifigure videos. I just got a new computer and I can start doing stop motions again. I'm not sure how fast I'm gonna get back into that, but hopefully soon. So subscribe for more custom minifigure showcase videos. Occasionally some mocks. I haven't done those very recently, but some mocks and some stop motions and set reviews. Until next time, this was Cole with Omega Customs. Goodbye.